Hello friends, I'm Beatriz, your host here on Beatriz Book Nook, and today I'm bringing to you the video of the month that I most like to do. That is going to be my March bullet journal. I am so excited, not only because February was not a good month for me in terms of reading, I will let you know all about it in just a minute, but also because March is my birthday month and I'm so excited. I have some really fun plans for March. Not only is my birthday, but also I am going to be traveling to London for the very first time, which is very exciting for me. So I think this is it, and without any further ado, because what you really want to see, it's my journal and not me talking, let's start by planning this journal. I had a lot of fun doing it. I am still discovering things. I am still learning how to do things, especially. So I am rather excited on how this month went on. I quite like how it turned out, but at the moment I am thinking maybe I should invest in some type of stationery, because I think as of now my bullet journal is missing that. I do like what I do with like the markers and so on, but we are soon just having blank pages, and I think it's time to invest in some other decorations for the journal. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it and let's see what I planned and what I did for March. Okay friends, so let's get into setting up these pages. I'll first start by sharing with you a little bit of my month while I am filling out my yearly pages. February was definitely not the best month when it comes to reading. I set up myself for a lot and was barely able to finish any of the books that I needed to slash wanted to. I started them, yes, but was really not able to finish them. So for March, what I'm going to be mainly doing is going to be to catch up on the books I was not able to finish and say to my reading wall a big I don't care about you. You are just something that I am working, and in the bigger picture, yes, I will be happy to fulfill it. But if I'm not able to fulfill it, it is still going to be okay, because I am just doing what I love, which is going to be reading. During the month, I also took a part of Read It In and Get a Clue Read It On, but in Read It In, I basically did what I could and fit what I was able to accomplish in the bingo board, while in Get a Clue Read It On, I was not much help, and but still had a nice time participating with everyone. As you can see, and most likely were able to see earlier, I have finally put something on my most anticipated reads for 2025, which is going to be Enchantra, which is the second book of Phantasma. Yes, in here right now you can see me setting up the stats pages for the month of February. What I'm going to be doing, I am still going to be counting the books that I started during the month for my statistics for February. So they will not be in March, although most of them I will be finishing them in March, but I am still going to be counting them towards February. That is why I am filling out these pages, and that is why I am planning them. I finally found out while setting up these pages a setup that really works for me. I am just going to be sharing with you all, or in this case sharing with my bullet journal in the end, which books I read, which is the one that I most like, and which is the one that I dislike the most. Not only that, but I'm also going to be putting a log at the bottom of this first page of books that I bought and also books that I unhauled. Although I'm not very big on hauler, I want to start doing it more, so that is why I put that in there. The second part of this stats page is going to be for the overall statistics. So it is my average rating, how many pages I read, how many minutes I read, especially when I read a audiobook. Also, it will have the format, the audience, and the serial of the books that I'm reading, because I want to take that into account. I found that type of statistics and that type of knowledge very interesting, so I want to have that into account. Basically, I am just filling out and finishing up the pages for February. You will see most likely in the setup for April I will show you how everything looks filled out, but at the moment I am just planning everything and color coding things, so then when I finally fill them out I am able to just do so with the data without having to worry a lot about just setting up the pages and I don't know, just do them. Currently, while I'm filming this, actually, I am still reading the Sips Book Club book, which is Red Rising. I am really enjoying it. I am having one of the best times that I have had with books in quite a while. So I do believe it's either going to be a very high 4.75 or even a 5 star. But if you want to join us, we are then going to keep going with, let's say, a read along in the Sips Book Club for the rest of the series, which we are all very excited for. I cannot wait to read it and understand a lot more about the world and see what this world brings to us. Once I finished setting up my stats pages, I then just did the circles for me to fill out the graphics, and then it was time to set up for March. March and the stamping was my biggest disaster for this month. As you can see, I basically forgot to wipe out the red, and a team that was going to be green also has red in it now, which is fine, but it just makes me very sad. In this month, I decided to, because it is a very important month for me, I decided to be a little bit more free flowing. My calendar, I just did it by hand without any ruler and without any special accessory. I This month's calendar, though, it's a very big calendar. We are having 6 weeks, if I'm not wrong, in the month, which is not very usual, but damn, we are getting a long month. And then on top of that, I also decided that I was going to go back to my old format of just doing the big rectangle, then fulfilling also the other dates and for the previous and for the next month. I just hope I do have enough space at the bottom there to fulfill out all of the books that I read during the month, because I am setting up myself once more for a lot, and I just hope that I can accomplish it, because I will be taking part in a readathon, which I will show you next. So now I am just filling out and setting up my pages for the Sips Book Club for the month of March, which we are going to be reading The Handmaid by Margaret Atwood. I am very excited to read this book. It's a book that I have been wanting to read for quite some time now, and I'm just happy that our little community for the Sips Book Club decided to choose this book as our March pick. We know this is going to be a hard book to read, especially due to its contents and also due to what is happening at the moment in the United States and what people are facing. But it was one of our wants with this theme, or at least this first theme for the Sims Book Club in 2025. We really wanted to read books that are being banned or were banned somewhere, and so that we could understand why they are having that premise and why people and governments are banning them and deeming them not good for society and also not good for schools. I just did a very simple setup. I did put the title. I have to set this up differently in the next month. As you know, I am still discovering, but in there I just put the title, the author, the theme of the book, and then the theme of the book, the Sips Book Club. I also put the name for the book club, and then put just a little bit for my thoughts, and at the bottom of the page I do leave a space to input mine and also Laura's rating, because this is not going to be the month where I'm going to be hosting the discussion. So in this one, Laura is going to be the one that is going to be hosting it, so they will be the ones to have all of the questions for us and for us to discuss in the book club. The next one is one of the spreads that I'm the most proud of for the setup in March. It's my first time fully setting up for a readathon, and I think this turned out amazing. I was not fully aware of what I was going to be doing, and I did make a mistake. I printed out the banner with the name of bingo instead of readathon, but it's okay. It's my reading journal, so I don't take it very seriously. It's just for me to have fun and to be able to report my readings. But what I decided to do in this situation was print out the map of our castle that we are going to be searching in a Dutch door, and from there I will have the castle and then being able to flip it out and have not only the prompts that I'm going to be reading for, but also the books that I'm reading, which you will see in a little bit. I'm just finishing putting and sticking the Dutch door to the page so it doesn't move, but then you will see me just filling out the other side that doesn't have the map with the prompt. And sadly I was not very smart with it, but I did not have enough space for one of the prompts to be on the Dutch door, which is okay, but it's still a bummer. And on the right page, what I decided to do is, because we do have a bingo board that is a companion to the main challenge, I decided to put it in there so I could also see what I have and what I can already risk and cross over. I'm so sorry, I have something in my throat. But I'm just loving it. I'm This was when I noticed that I might be starting to need a little bit of stationery, because I thought that the bingo board page felt so empty. So I think I'm going to be start looking into tapes and maybe other type of decorations that I can put into my pages, because definitely they are deserved of it. And in situations like this one, I think it's good to have those additional elements where just decorate the page a little bit more and not be just the information that of the book of what I am doing. So in here, as you can see, I'm just filling out and writing the prompts so I can know where to move and what to read for. We have 8 main prompts. Yes, I'm setting myself for a lot. I normally only read when I can for books, but a good thing that Mel is doing is that we can use the books that we have started in the previous month, as long as we read a certain amount of pages during the current month. So for example, as long as we read 100 pages during that current month, we can use the book for our prompts, which I'm quite happy, because I am using a lot of the books that I have already started in February to fulfill out the prompts for the Forgotten Codex readathon. Now you can see here, because I had a very limited space, I had to understand where I was going to be putting the covers for the books that I was going to be reading. So I had to do a little bit of math. I had to count how many squares I had, then divide them, then understanding where it was going to go, each of the squares, which was a task on itself only. But in the end, I am rather happy with how it turned out, and I cannot wait to see it filled out. I don't know, I am happy with how these spreads turned out, although they are not perfect by any means. I am just happy that I was able to do something that I'm really proud of. And then I decided that I wanted to put a little sticker into my bingo and some stars, so that is what I did. And then in the end, I just set up for a few like reviews, which I am sure I'll be able to do a few reviews during the March, but let's see how it goes. If not, I will use it for April or any month and reading to come. So that is pretty much what I set up, but I also know that I'm going to be showing you my yearly challenges, which is Aurelium, where I have finally printed out my character face, and also how it is everything going for the Goober year, or the year of Goober readathon, and also for the Takedown series. And this is all that I have for today's video, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun for me to make. Doing my bullet journal videos always brings me so much happiness because they are one of my favorites to film, and I hope they bring you with some sort of inspiration. I myself, I'm still learning, still trying to find my inspiration when it comes to bullet journaling, especially for my reading, and especially with the months just like I had in February, where the reading is almost non-existent. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had fun seeing what I did, and I think this is it for today's video, friends. So until the next time, I hope you have an amazing day, night, or evening, whatever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on my next video. Until then, bye, friends.